Well, I think everybody has been wanting PlayStation 5s to be readily available to everyone, but I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime soon. We'll talk a little bit about what Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki said about that. Also, we have a Lost Soul Aside information. It has added a PlayStation 5 version, and another game is being upgraded to PlayStation 5. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. But first of all, PlayStation 5s, obviously, they're very hard to get right now. I know a lot of people are super upset about that. I also know a lot of you guys luckily got your pre-orders in early. And thankfully you have one, so when games like Returnal and Ratchet & Clank come out, you'll be good to go. But Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki warned PlayStation 5 shortages will be a fact of life for a while, although they're still hoping to one-up what the PlayStation 4 did in its second year on the market. Noting to Video Games Chronicle for the transcription, as I said earlier, we're aiming for more sales volume than the PlayStation 4 during year 2, but can we drastically increase supply? No, that's not likely. The shortage of semiconductors is one factor, but there are other factors that will impact on the production volume. So at present, we'd like to aim at beating second year sales of 14.8 million, which was the second year of the PS4. Now, going back to prior to even the PlayStation 5 being announced, I was like, yo, the PS5's gonna get announced and then pre-orders are gonna go up, and it's gonna be a very hard item to get, especially during the pandemic, especially during, not a lot of supply being available and people trying to scalp consoles and selling them at a profit. But I never thought it was gonna be this bad. I have noticed that more and more of my friends anecdotally have been having an easier time getting PS5s. But at the same time, you're still looking at eBay and you're looking at, $800, $900, $1,000 price tags, and that's just not feasible for a lot of people to pay. So hopefully, things do get better in the near future. But we'll see how things ultimately turn out. It does seem like Sony is aiming to sell a lot of consoles in year number 2, but I think consoles would sell regardless. It's not really a matter of how many they have in stock right now, it's how many can they get in stock. And then demand really just plateauing at a certain standpoint. But at this point, I feel like that FOMO is still there. And there still seems to be an insane amount of demand of people wanting a PlayStation 5, but that's just my 2 cents. We'll see how things turn out in the latter portion of the year. But this is the point, like earlier, I would have been like, yo, you don't really need a PS5 just because all of the games are just getting upgraded outside of the Demon's Souls remake, but now you got Returnal, now you got Ratchet & Clank, now you got this other slate of games coming out, you got all these upgrades coming out. It's gonna be more and more imperative that you have a PS5, but at this point, it's still a little bit harder to get a PS5. Speaking of which, Lost Soul Aside, which just got an 18-minute gameplay demo, just got a PlayStation 5 version, so I thought that would be important to note just because I thought the game performed so well in that gameplay demo that we saw. I was like, yo, is this game actually gonna run like this on a base PlayStation 4 console? Found that to be a little bit questionable just because it was like a smooth 60 frames per second, and I was like, PlayStation 4, while it is a beefy console, it's gonna be hard to run the higher end games at that high of a frame rate. So I think what we saw is going to be, what we get on the PS5, or at the very least the PS4 Pro, so we'll see how that turns out. And also, speaking of PlayStation 5 versions, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series this summer, featuring a number of technical improvements. Exactly what is being improved hasn't been announced, but I would imagine with this, 60 frames per second, graphical improvements, all that kind of stuff. But that's gonna wrap up this one. PS5 shortages, we'll see how that, continues to trend by the end of the year. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that you guys are able to get a console, for the standard $400, $500 price point by the end of the year, but it's looking more and more unlikely. Lost Soul Aside has added a PS5 version, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is also coming to PS5 and Xbox Series by the end of this year. It's noted for summer. We'll see how that turns out. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.